Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the first 17 minutes of gameplay for Lost Soul Aside. Now, I don't normally do videos where I watch gameplay reveals of any kind. However, Lost Soul Aside is a game that I remember from years ago. I remember maybe like a year or two after Final Fantasy 15 came out. A lot of people saw it and said it was going to be the better version of Final Fantasy 15. Now, I was okay with Final Fantasy 15 specifically after Royal Edition released, but I'd forgotten about this game entirely. So I'm curious to see how it's turned out after all these years. So I'm going to be using the footage that was posted over on IGN's website. So their logo is going to be in the bottom right. And of course, I'll include a link to the original in the description because I'm going to be talking over this. I'm going to be commenting over it. And I highly recommend that you maybe go over there and watch the footage yourself first before coming and listening to my commentary. So with that, let's get started. All right, made in Unreal Engine. Wait, let's hold on. Let's do this one step at a time. Those logos went real quick. Ulti Zero Games, okay. And what was the other one before it? Come on, go back a little bit. China Hero Project. Okay, so I think I remember this is supposed to be a Chinese developer, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess Ulti Zero is the development studio. Yeah, and the language is all in Chinese. So I guess I don't feel as bad talking over it. Although it does have English subtitles, thankfully. Yeah, like even looking at this guy, like he gives you kind of like sort of Noctis vibes. You know, the dark garb. He's got kind of that anime look. Very, very speedy animations. Feels like it's not animated all the way. Still. If I recall correctly, it was being made by like one dude originally. I think someone in my chat told me earlier that he has a bigger team now. It's like a couple dozen people or something. Church being evil, of course, has to be the case. Alright, he's got the mask, got a golden sword. Okay, so this little dragon buddy also is his sword. Yeah, you know what I mean? It feels like the animations are still in development already, just looking at some of these cutscenes. Alright, interesting first attack. Run around, it's, what? Alright. Oh, that's actually kind of dope. DMC-esque. It looks like he's able to choose his weapons. Like, you see the weapons highlighted. Oh, that's chunky. Oh, this is looking a lot like... Oh, okay. Wow, I've got a lot to say already. Okay. Alright, wait, that means, okay, so his weapon changed. I'm getting more like, I kind of get more like 16 DMC vibes almost, the Bayonetta vibes, than I'm getting 15 vibes. I mean, it has been a few years since people were first drawing that comparison. But it's already got some, I need a game with some chunky hits. And those are some chunky looking hits, especially when he pulled out the two-handed sword. Alright. He's got the instant ground teleport. I'm a fan of that. I wonder, I'm guessing that when he has the specters behind him, those are iframes successfully dodging an attack. We saw him get hit by a few attacks earlier. What was that, Judgment Cut? I'm going to be drawing a lot. I can already tell. There's going to be a lot of DMC references. Yeah, like some of these animations, it's still, I can't help but notice it. Oh, you saw the weapon change midair. Alright, he's got the two-handed combo right now. Summon swords to a degree. Listen, I gotta do it. Alright, he's got the aerial chase. Looks like that was... I wonder if that was like an EX version, because it looked like it was the same spinning blade, but it was glowing the same as the little dragon buddy. So I wonder if it was... so we don't have any UI, so I don't know if there's like a focus gauge or anything like that, or an EX gauge, because it's got some fighting game-esque mechanics in there. It almost looks like there's almost like mix-ups and like fighting game style mechanics. It's like if you've ever watched like a pro DMC player like hit one of the dummies and it just looks like a fighting game all of a sudden. Very, very fast-paced, but I'm glad to see that it looks fast-paced and it's still chunky. A little bit heavy on the motion blur, and I think the camera shakes a little too much. That's not good for me. I've had issues with that with games before. Only a little bit too much though. Curious how it'll feel in the full game. Also, I've only seen two weapons. Am I bugging? Am I not seeing? Okay. See, I'm all about that two-handed. I'm not seeing the fist weapons in the menu. Maybe it's just going too fast. Alright, I didn't see that in the menu. I'm going to assume that's like a special attack with a two-handed weapon. Oh, well, this is back to being cutscene gameplay. Yeah, that's definitely a little rough around the edges still. The entire sequence is a little rough around the edges. But I am glad to see that it looks like it's being done largely in engine. This little combat. I'm a huge fan of when in combat, like, unplayable sequences are in engine. It lets things like visuals, like if there's any different weapon types or anything like that, stay in. And it keeps it from feeling like broken up. You can hide load screens like in the cutscenes and stuff, especially if it's going to be like PS5. I didn't actually check if it's PS5. I'd assume it's next gen, considering they're still working on it. I'd imagine it's not PS4 at this point. I like the weapon transform. It's giving me super like DMC Final Fantasy. Like even just a little bit we've seen of Final Fantasy 16, I'm getting more of that vibe because it's not as slow and calculated as Devil May Cry, but it's also still, it feels like a little, not even too fast. That screams to me Final Fantasy 15. That feels very much like when it cuts away in 15 of you climbing under something. It's very snappy. Where like animations feel like they get skipped just so like the characters can like go from location A to B for like a teleport. That could be a development shortcut, that could be a stylistic choice, but it makes it feel like things are broken up in the combat, whereas they're not. Oh, that was weird. Whereas they're not like in the cutscenes themselves. So far, a little bit too much camera shake, a little bit too much motion blur. Not that bad. I can handle it. Oh, his little dragon's is a skateboard now. Oh yeah, this sequence is super choppy. Like, look at it. Yeah, that's really choppy. That's definitely still in development, big time. He's just like gravity just takes over. There's no animation. His cape is a little bit awkward. Okay, that's too much on the screen. That's definitely too much. I couldn't, like, everything just dropped and stopped. It's like those stylistic, you know how games like do those like stops to kind of signify like a big hit, something that has a lot of impact. Feels like it's being a little overused there, and it almost makes, I don't know, super not as satisfying as it could be. Just use that thing as a spring. Yeah, that thing is, the little dragon buddy is starting to, it's like Green Lantern's ring if it was a little floating dragon. It's got some good creativity behind it. We've already seen that in the fighting and in the set pieces here. I'm sure that's a QTE, what we just saw right there, considering the UI other than the dialogue is off. I'm almost certain that's, you know, probably just a cutscene QTE. There was probably some of them during the end of that boss fight, too. That was a little weird. Alright, so now we get like a more of a mobbing style game. Okay, I was gonna say, I wonder if they're just gonna use mostly the same attacks. We're seeing some of the same attacks. Which is fine. I mean, these kind of games, everyone kind of has that like basic combo string that you kind of need to know how to do. Looks like he's got a few other attacks that are better suited to large groups. But he's still using some of the attacks that would use on like a boss fight, for example. Especially once you've like isolated an enemy or two. Alright, so this looks like a stronger enemy, slightly. I see him swapping between the weapons. I like this. See, that gives me, like... You know what that gives me? That gives me Virgil in MVC3 vibes with the sword. Although his actually comes back. So I guess it's not entirely the same. Yeah, some attacks look like they have charge-up times, too. We got some air juggling. Looks like these are just basic combo finishers for, like, pressing the same button enough times. Like, those are probably really basic to pull off, and probably don't require too much technical skill. This thing is a set. I like that. So it's pairing the projectiles. Is this Judgment Cut? Now, I made that joke earlier. That's discount Judgment Cut. It's pretty cool looking, though. I give it that. It was discount Judgment Cut, but I'll take it. Yeah, I like the attacks. I like that some attacks feel like you can charge them up to make them stronger. At what point was I going on? I was going on a tangent. I got completely distracted by something that reminds me of Virgil. So, that point is lost for the rest of the video. I'm wondering if these are counters on these frames that are causing them to do dashes, or if that's just like frame perfect iframe use. It's hard to tell because the person who's playing for this gameplay demo just doesn't get hit. Yo, that was dope. All right, here we go. Combo string. That thing is dead. I'm a fan. I like fist weapons, so seeing a fist weapon, or actually more of a gauntlet style weapon, I should say, already tickles my fancy a little bit. Oh, that was really rough. That was real. All those sequences where he starts to like slide, really rough around the edges. But you'd hope that by the time it's like done, especially since their studio's gradually grown. If my Twitch comments earlier were something to, I guess, judge it on. I'm not really sure the rate at which it's grown. I don't remember how long this has been in development. At least 4 years, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, that like that's where I'm gonna draw the 15 every time. I'm gonna draw the 15. I mean, I guess 7 Remake does the same thing, but I always in 7 Remake I always compare it to what those things. Also not done animation wise. Yeah, it's a good thing that I find those things funnier than I do to be legitimate drawbacks, because they give us great moments in content when you could just see something swiggity coming for that booty. Alright, another boss? I mean, I guess 17. That thing got shot through, like straight through. That thing is upset. Better hope that thing don't try to grab you by the ponytail, bro. Yeah, this screams QTE to me. Like, big time. Alright, we got another enemy type here. They also look very weird when they enter the arena. That one looks like it buffed the allies. Okay, I like that. Pretty good. I'm glad they're actually going out of their way to show some of the enemy variety and ways to actually fight them. There's Judgment Cut. Discount Judgment Cut again. Hey, listen, I'll call it like Judgment Cut 0.7 because it still looks cool. It just doesn't get the full 1.0 for me. I'm a big sucker for EI Jutsu, so. Oh, you can skate mid-fight too. Okay, good. All right. See, I'm a sucker for creativity like that. I've seen a lot of creativity in this with the use of the little dragon buddy, little dragon demon buddy, and I'm glad because that's a flavor that gives flavor to games like this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like he filled a gauge here, and that he's just like going like, look, he's just those were all iframes. He didn't get hit a single time there. I didn't think the slowdown was necessary every time. Yeah, he's either like the little demon dragon buddy keeps saying, "Let me take over." I'm wondering if that's just like a gauge for him, and that's kind of the EX gauge, or that was like a full gauge where he just like enters sort of like a trance of some kind. Enemies might be a little too tanky, slightly too tanky. It's hard to tell though in a demo. You're not really getting to see much of the progress being made on the enemy. Listen, I'm helping you guys with this problem. Like I'm playing. He's helping you with the problem. Okay, that's another monster that isn't the thing. Oh. It evaporated them. And I know they weren't made of water, but they might as well have been. If he was my partner, so the demon that's following us, oh, it's up to him. Oh, I wonder if beating him, yeah, I wonder if beating him gives you like a new weapon. All right, so he's got some time bubbles. I'm getting mission 17 vibes from DMC 5 with all the time slowing bubbles. This dude's pretty big and you gotta hit him at the ankles. These time slowing bubbles are obnoxious. There's so many of them. I wonder if there's a better way of disarming them. Yeah, because he's got some attacks that are similar to the protagonist, so I'm guessing that the dragon is one of these things. The demon, probably. Considering it's the church that's coming after this guy, I'm getting, like, Nero and DMC4 vibes. That's not a bad thing, either. You know, a guy with demonic powers, you know, gets hunted down by a church that's actually evil. Except that now I'm wondering how bad these demons actually are. This guy's got some transformation. He's got some damage. Oh, boy. Yeah, I was gonna say, these type of attacks are my worst enemy. The way this person is playing, where they're just like, you know what, I'll figure it out. Just try and dodge, 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 dodge. You can't wait to see the people who are really good at this game who somehow get uptime throughout that entire thing. I also noticed he had orbs there. I wonder if he got those orbs every time he dodged. No, it just looks like, he just has those orbs. I didn't notice those orbs before. I don't think they were always there. I wonder if that was like a fight mechanic or something. I'd have to go back and look. And I won't, because this video will be too long. The lighting over there is pretty dope. Yeah, it looks like your ranged projectiles can break those bubbles. He's behind a lot. Oh, and then that hits the entire floor. Then this is... Oh, okay, we got lasers. The hitboxes on some of those lasers was pretty wide. Yeah, I wonder if you could just get under him here. I guess he looks like he's trying to do that. I feel like he's done nothing to this boss, and at this time I feel like this boss is almost dead. Is that weird? Oh, just dodge them all at once. I can't hold on. Oh, now the dragon's gonna be like, it's my turn, and he's gonna wreck. Come on. Show me your pull your devil trigger. Pull your devil trigger. Come on, do it. Pull your devil trigger. I know you've been building up to it this whole video. That thing is nasty. Yup. Saw that one coming a mile away. Oh, and time slows are not gonna help with that. Oh, okay. Iframing through them. I like it. But play that one close. Okay, iframe. Okay, I didn't think he actually... Oh, no. Oh. I am so shocked that there are times he's getting iframes here. I do not believe it. No, see, he got it. Easy. He wasn't at his limit. Alright. Now this... Weird, oddly enough, doesn't seem like a QTE like some of the other ones do. That's interesting. Alright. That was dope. That's a good way to kill the last enemy. How long is this? Oh, it's almost done? That was 17 minutes? Where'd the time go? That was not bad. That was not bad is exactly what I was thinking when I wrapped up the 17 minutes too. Now it's my turn. Yeah, so that's the teaser. That's the end of it. So I'd have to assume that the dragon is the lost soul aside. So, title screen for that. That was really good. That's a decent mix of Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and some fighting game mechanics that it feels a lot like an alternate Capcom style action game. So that's exciting to me as a huge Devil May Cry fan. I'm barely even thinking about it as like the way people described it years ago, where it was, this is the real Final Fantasy. I don't know, I don't get that vibe other than maybe the pretty boy dressed in black for the protagonist right here. It just doesn't give that off, especially without any of the allies or anything. It looks like it's going to be driven behind a single character. Although the soul, I'm wondering if the soul has like a completely different fighting style, if it's like an alternate character altogether when it takes over him, or if it's just going to be like a transformation style fighting mechanic that they're waiting to tease in another one. But that was a solid 17 minutes. I wonder when this game will actually come out though, because I feel like it's just been around for so long, but it's being developed by so few people that it's probably still such a long ways away. But I'll keep my eye on it now that we've actually seen a decent chunk of what is hopefully authentic gameplay. So let me know what you guys thought about that in the comment section of the video below, what you thought of it, what comparisons you would draw to it, what things excited you, what things you think could still use some work. Throw all that in the comment section of the video below. But thank you everyone for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And if you like this style of video, maybe we'll do more of it in the future. But thank you. I'll see you all in the next one. And until then, take care.